you guys are here. One of you have a big flag that says, "Don't tread on me." Why is it important for you guys to be at this event today?
I think it's important for our democracy and for all Canadians to realize that sometimes you have to band together and say what you're going to stand for and what you won't stand for. And number one, we can all agree that freedom is number one important. That's what we all fight for. That's what our ancestors fought for. So we just want to make sure that the message is clear that all Canadians want freedom.
I believe the media has got so many people so scared, and it's all lies.
We're fearless here in Canada. We are fearless people, and we will rise to the occasion, and we will step up, and we will fight for our freedom.
Put your masks on! Are you ready to social distance?
Ottawa, Montreal, and now it's Vancouver's turn to stand for freedom. I'm here at the Vancouver Art Gallery in BC for the Vancouver Freedom Rally 2020. I would say right now people are just starting to gather. A couple of hundred people. We'll see how it goes through the rest of the day, as this is a 5-hour event. Marches, speeches, and a lot of people with a lot to say. So I can't wait to show you that. But first, I want to remind you that while we give you the other side of the stories, sometimes the unexpected happens. Now, usually freedom people are on our side. I don't anticipate much to go down, but if you want to support us and keep us safe as we report the other side, please go to journalistdefensefund.com. We appreciate your support.
We can organize, we can send out flyers, we can promote, but it doesn't make a damn difference if you guys don't show up. So thank you all, each and every one of you people, for showing up and making this event what it is today. Thank you.
Put your masks on! Are you ready to social distance?
Okay, Michelle, now you obviously are a fan of Canada. What's your opinion on what we're seeing in Canada lately?
What I'm seeing in Canada is absolute tyranny. Our government is trying to lock us down and control us and take away our democracy.
All right, you guys are here. One of you have a big flag that says, "Don't tread on me." Why is it important for you guys to be at this event today?
I think it's important for our democracy and for all Canadians to realize that sometimes you have to band together and say what you're going to stand for and what you won't stand for. And number one, we can all agree that freedom is number one important. That's what we all fight for. That's what our ancestors fought for. So we just want to make sure that the message is clear that all Canadians want freedom.
We had people bringing in speakers, and of course you can hand out all the flyers and promote all you want. If the people don't come out, you don't got nothing. So I got to thank everybody for coming out and doing their job and supporting this. Why was this important? We saw what was going on in Berlin, in Montreal, in Dublin, in Greece, in Poland, in Italy. Montreal again, Ottawa, and I felt, Vancouver's got to get put on the map too. This whole mask issue, it's coming here. BC's slowly going downhill with all these restrictions again. We're getting restaurants, pubs locked down. It's time for Vancouver to be put on the map now. It's time, because we've just had enough. Vancouver needed a big rally. We've got lots of little protests here and there, which is great, but we needed a big one to say to our government, enough is enough, and the time was now. That's why.
I've never really been more proud to be Canadian than literally right now, today. People standing up for their rights, that's what I want more than anything in the world.
All right, Dana, you were just saying that you came from a communist country and now you feel like it's happening here in Canada. Why is that?
It's not a feeling, it's what I'm seeing is happening. Lockdowns, when I know in Europe right now, many of the countries have been opening up. Doctors are speaking out. What I like to see, where are the doctors from Canada? Where are they? 1, 2, especially BC. I don't hear anybody talking. This is very concerning to me too. We're using, basically, my grandparents fought with Nazis. Later on with communists. I grew up in the regime. What I see right now makes no sense to me.
I think it's indisputable that we're being subject to restrictions and measures and lockdowns and so on and so forth, mask mandates, which are vastly in excess of the impact of COVID, and they're not justified.
All right, this is Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson. She was actually one of the speakers today. So what do you think about the event so far?
I think it's amazing. I think that Canadians know that what they have been dealing us and how they have been locking us down and making us feel like, I mean, for Pete's sake, Dr. Tam said we had to wear masks while we had sex. Like, if this hasn't gone too far, I don't know what has. And the Canadian people are saying this far, no further. We've had enough.
I want us all to step up and fight back. And I'm happy to see that people are waking up to what the real situation is. And we are slowly taking back Canada because we need to.
And we want our life to go back to normal, not the new normal.
So when you say that it's a scam, clarify what that means. Do you mean that it doesn't exist, the virus?
The virus exists, but it's just a flu. But they're making it that it's a pandemic to bring in New World Order and UN Agenda 21.
The only way, guys, is you gotta self-educate. You gotta self-educate. We all got computers. We can go on there and check that stuff out ourselves, and it's the only way to pull your, that fear that you've got behind and let that, logic in the forefront.
What we've got here is one of the best crowds that we've ever had. 12 to 1,500, even 2,000 people possibly showed up. So I am so grateful for who turned out for this event. I am so grateful.
I believe the media has got so many people so scared, and it's all lies. I would like people to open their eyes, have a look around at what is really going on, but for some reason, a lot of people just refuse to do that. And I don't understand that. I'm a 66-year-old Canadian, born in Canada. I never in my whole life believed my fellow Canadians would be so easy to brainwash, and so many cowards.
So a lot of us are here because we want the economy open, we want our resources sector open, and we want investigations into child trafficking all across the world, and especially in Canada.
Yeah. Call it a conspiracy, but it's okay to ask questions. If that makes us conspiracy theorists, then here we are.
There's always 50% truth behind every conspiracy.
You post a video on the Facebook or any other media, they take it down, they blacklist it right away. It's the opposition. So if you cannot see both of the sides, what does that mean? You have no rights. That's exactly what the communist regime did. You could not speak, you could not say anything, otherwise they would lock you down. And that's what's happening here. Very sad, Drea, very sad.
Support freedom in the lockdown now!
Marches on the the way now. We are currently walking up Hornby Street in Vancouver. For those of you who might not know, BC has recently put some new COVID restrictions on. Some of them can fine you up to $2,000 for having a gathering with not enough sanitizer handy. Additionally, we've already begun some of the lockdown, so places like bars as well as banquet halls are already closed, and things like playing music or the TV too loud in public over and above a typical conversation volume is also banned in Vancouver. So what's in store for BC, Vancouver, as the fall continues, as we start to see the cold and flu season?
So excited. It feels so good to be around people who are waking up, have love in their hearts, are spreading the truth. It's so amazing. God bless everyone out there. God bless you guys for doing what you do. The revolution is here. We're waking up. There's millions of across the world. And all I would say to all the people out there, even though other people have fear, stay in the love. You can't fight fear with fear. Keep the love in your heart, and God bless everybody that's waking up.
I'm ex-U.S. military from 1978 to 85. I served in Washington State Army National Guard till 81. Then I joined the U.S. Air Force. Twice I took biological warfare classes. As far as I'm concerned, Communist China can shove up their virus up their rear, and I'm going to say it bluntly, I do not support communism. I'm anti-communist.
Yeah, I think a Canadian needs to know it needs to find out the truth of the COVID-19. Actually, as we know, COVID-19 is not from natural. It's a biological weapon made by Chinese Communist Party.
A complicity theorist. So this is the opposite of what the CIA liked to coin in the 60s, a conspiracy theorist, a derogative term for people who think critically. This is the opposite. This is somebody who just takes whatever the mainstream media says, like spoon-fed.
If you don't feel comfortable with what's going on right now, then you have to speak up, you know.
So it's been nearly 5 hours, and we're just coming to the end of the Vancouver Freedom Rally 2020. There's been lots of topics. A common one was communism, forced vaccinations, and forced masks. Now, I want to know in the comments what you thought about what you heard people say in Vancouver today. And I also want to say that overall there was less opposition than there was in the anti-human trafficking protests the other day. So I guess that's a good thing. We appreciate your support. Drea Humphrey for Rebel News. It's been fun covering this footage, and if you'd like to support us and help us with reporting on the other side of the story and being safe while we do so, please head to journalistdefensefund.com. That's where you can support things like bodyguards as well as our lawyer fees when we need to protect ourselves legally. We appreciate your support. Drea Humphrey for Rebel News.